Hey there my lovelies, and welcome to my BookTube channel, The Sassy Library Fox. My name is V, and today I'm finally going for my June to be read. It's very late. I'm recording this video, I think 1 week until the beginning of June. So I didn't manage to record a video for like 4 weeks. And this is basically some sort of impromptu video. I got my coffee at the ready. I got the 2 books I want to read in June. It's Pride Month, yay! I wish I would have been able to prepare a little bit better than just the pride flag over here. But yeah, life has been stressful. If I look like a monster ate me and spit me out again, yeah, that's the look we're going with. That's how I feel. I've solely lived on about 5 hours of sleep each day and a lot of coffee and sometimes cookies those last couple of weeks. We managed to have a kind of chickenpox outbreak in my family. Unfortunately, our kid and my hubby didn't manage to get vaccinated in time, so they were among the 5% of the population that didn't have the virus already. And at first it was our kid that got ill, and after 2 weeks, when she was already back at school and healthy again, it unfortunately got my hubby. And yeah, with adults it's worse. They are named children diseases or illnesses for a reason. And as an adult you don't want to have chickenpox, believe me. So get your vaccination if you can. Okay, that's all I'm going to say. No details, just get vaccinated if you can. Okay, anyway, add to that the stress of going to work, to trying to get our kids to school, all the other stuff that's been happening over the course of the last couple of months, and you have me sitting here pretty exhausted. With a coffee at the ready, finally with a couple of minutes to talk about the things I love, and yeah, we will try to make the best of it. Alright? Okay, so yeah, allergies. They've been acting up as well. Anyway, that's enough with the live update. I will mark it in the description down below so that you can skip it if you don't want to hear about all the personal things and are only just here for the books, which I totally get and totally support. Yeah, anyway, let's talk about the 2 books I want to read in Pride Month in June. And the first book I want to read is this one, Icebreaker by, and now I gotta put my coffee to the side. I still don't have the coffee book coordination figured out. I don't know if I ever will, but I will try my best. And Icebreaker is by A.L. Graziadei. Graziadei? Is it Italian? I don't know, but it sounds very Italian. And I honestly hope I didn't butcher the name. If I did, let me know in the comments down below so that I can rectify that. And Icebreaker. I've been dying to read that one for ages. I think it was recommended to me about a couple of years ago. Honestly, it's been a while. I waited if my library would get the book, but unfortunately it didn't. So here we are. I bought it recently. And yeah, I'm very curious about that one. It's about hockey and 2 boys that are in a team and are kind of sort of rivals. They both want to get the number 1 spot in the team and they are vying for it, but apparently there's only just this 1 spot that's available and they become really strong rivals due to that. But then along the way, they kind of discover that they have more in common than they thought, and that they are kind of drawn toward each other. And I've been told that this has a great mental health representation as well. So I'm very curious to find out which kind of mental health representation I will find in this one. I heard it's adorable and they are so cute together, and quite honestly I need something wholesome and totally queer in June to get back into the swing of reading. My reading has been very bad in May so far, so yeah, I hope June, Pride Month, will rectify that and will help me to read all the queer and nice and sweet books once again. So I have high hopes for this one. I don't know anything about hockey, but I think I will figure out enough once I read this one. And yeah, it sounds sweet and very cute. I'm totally down for this one. Hockey romance. I know there are a lot of books that have the theme of hockey romance, and I've personally never read a single one of them, except of probably Beer Town. I think that one would count somehow. Anyway, yeah, Icebreaker, hockey book about two boys, rivals that fall in love. Okay, and the second book I finally want to read and get off my currently reading on Goodreads is a book I already spoke about. I added it to my currently reading about, well, 4 months ago in January, and I still didn't manage to read a single page, so I decided I would put it on my June to be read once again. And it's The Spirit Bears Its Teeth by Andrew Joseph White. And it's such a shame, this has been on my currently reading on Goodreads and I never picked it up, because I want to read it. I've been so pumped, but I just wasn't in the right headspace to pick it up. Sometimes you know that the book will be heavy and that there will be a lot of serious topics, and with Andrew Joseph White I know it will be like that, which is probably the reason I didn't pick it up those last couple of months, because yeah, you need to be in the right headspace to read a book like that one. And I was just too busy and life was too messy. And yeah, I'm going to read this in June. It's already on my currently reading on Goodreads, so there's nothing to hold me back. What it is about, it's basically about Silas, and Silas is a boy in the body of a girl. It plays in the, I think, 18th century, around 1800 or so, and there are people with violet eyes. Women have violet eyes, they can see the dead and talk to them. They are some sort of mediums, I think, if I read that correctly. Yeah, violet-eyed mediums. Yeah, and the women that have violet eyes are very important and prized, but they have absolutely no way to decide about their own lives. They are just some sort of prized possession. And Silas is one of them. He has violet eyes. That obviously adds to his gender dysphoria, I suppose, because only women have violet eyes, but he is a man. And he tries to escape an arranged marriage, which he doesn't want to have. He doesn't want to end up as another wife of a rich man. And due to that, he is shipped off to a boarding school that is supposed to make marriageable women out of the violet eyes girls that don't want to be shackled by marriage, if I got that correctly. But yeah, the problem is it's kind of some sort of asylum, and you either come out of it as the perfect wife or you don't come out of it at all. There seem to be a lot of ghosts of girls that went there and never returned, and they are begging Silas to help them. So that sounds like quite a heavy stuff. Knowing Andrew Joseph White, this is going to be a very serious book with a lot of queer rage and a lot of injustice probably as well, which is the reason I didn't pick it up yet. Yeah, the main reason. I know it will be amazing, it will be great, but I didn't dare to read it for various reasons. I'm going to read it in June though, because June is Pride Month, and with all the attacks on our queer community and on the transgender community, books like that are so important. And yeah, I think I'm helping a little bit with reading this one, or I will help the cause a little bit. So yeah, I'm going to read this one in June finally, and also Icebreaker, those two. They're both not that thick. I hope I will get through them in no time. They are both very interesting, and while this one might be very light-hearted, this sounds very serious. So it will be a good mix to keep the balance. And yeah, I think that's it with my June to be read. I'm very curious if you are taking part in Pride Month as well, and if you're going to read LGBTQIA+ books, or if you are going to read other books, romances, something lighthearted. I don't know. I would love to hear what you're reading in June and which kind of books you picked for this month. And I hope you're also celebrating Pride Month with me and all the other queer people in the community. And well, I guess that's it. There's nothing left to say. I already told you everything that happened recently and why I'm surviving and thriving on coffee. Taking a sip for good measure here. So yeah, this is it. We're at the ending of my video. There's nothing left to say except of take care, stay healthy and safe, and see you around the next time. Bye.